stomping on the buttons. Come on, hurry up and wait. Okay.
Alrighty. It's Friday. Time for everybody to be quiet on the set.
Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. As the Oracle foretold, two idiots who would misinterpret the news so you don't have to. Live from Deltona, Florida, the avatars themselves, Jack and Laz.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz, and
And
big
this-
thank you to Hemnu and all the
Ooh,
raiders
with the
coming
raid.
on in from his stream. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Yeah, it's a new thing
And
we gotta
this-
contend with. So,
Hey. And this is Jack. Welcome, everybody, to Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the Shroud of the Avatar news. So you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours, because they deserve to be questioned. Remember, we do streamer bundle giveaways at the bottom of the hour and at the end of the show, Monday through Friday. So if you are a Shroud player and you want to get in on those streamer bundles, I don't know why I'm getting a network disconnect icon in Shroud.
nice,
You need
right on
to
network.
Yeah. Some Shroud logic there. Need to go ahead and bundle me on twitch.tv/Cynicist and twitch.tv/NBNN nudes. Then turn around, come over to go back to Laz's side, twitch.tv/NBNN news, and bang I love free shit to get in on the Steam key giveaway, and then come over to my side, twitch.tv/Cynicist, and bang the boutte to get in on that Steam key giveaway. Yes.
That's right.
We are here. It's Friday. We have lived.
Oh, yes. The weekend is upon us. Amen to that. And of course, don't forget, if you just want to get yourself a mystery game key, all you got to do is tip Jack or myself 300 bits, and we will reach into the mystery game key grab bag and pick one out just for you. And of course, every time we reach 500 bits cumulative or a sub, we will either do a giveaway or play marbles and then do a giveaway, because this is the program where you get a say in what we do if you want to change up what's happening. You getting bored with the news and you want to stop and play with our balls? Well, we do that. Also, if you have something you want to say, like today, we've got Hemnu with us, we've got Paladin Michael, we've got Rick Dahl, and we've got Steve hanging out in Discord with us. Hello, gentlemen. And welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Fruck Awesome Friday, November 21st, 2025, here inside and outside Tragedy Avatar. Just days away, a weekend away from the next whelming release on Monday. Whelming release. Dark Blue Monkey.
It's going to be whelming.
Absolutely.
I'm sure I'm going to be absolutely whelmed.
Totally.
Don't know if it's going to be overwhelmed or underwhelmed, but it's going to whelm somebody.
Somebody, some way, somehow.
Yes. And I don't know if you've paid attention to our Discord chat this morning, that there was a lot of discussion.
You guys have been real chatty in Discord
storage.
today, and I was going to approach you, of course, and go, should we start with discussing that, or should we just start with the topics we had preloaded? And
we might as well, because it is a question of ways in which the team makes money, as well as what they do. And in that, and if you want to see all of the commentary related to this, you do need to join our Discord. I did bang Discord in both streams. That way you've got the link for it. That way click that. All I got to do is click that link and then click on the join button, and that will take you straight to our Discord server. And as Dark Blue Monkey says, they hate money. They keep proving it every month. And so the discussion in our Discord server is, and finding the original post is going to be kind of a pain, because let's go with early this morning.
Yeah, it was right after Hemnu's announcement for his morning coffee show, starting with Rick Dahl.
This came from Sethanon, Rick Dahl. I am curious. I've seen folks in various locations talk down the Shroud team for using Unity assets. I am curious why they get so much flack over this. There are many, many things that the team does that makes me shake my head in bewilderment. But honestly, to me, this isn't one of them. And to me, is a total non-issue. I'm just curious from other perspectives why this is a big deal to them. I just treat it as the team is outsourcing their graphics. The fact that the graphics are not exclusive to Shroud really doesn't bother me, but the thousands of games out there, I fail to see how everyone could be asked to have 100% unique versions of Troll, Skeletons, and Elf, a House, Tree, Blade of Grass, etc., etc. how many different ways can we expect these things to be made? I care far more that the use of the assets makes sense to both storyline and environment. Is it because they put some of the graphics in the store? Is that the biggest issue? I can see some of the arguments when it's claimed to be super rare and you can go to 100 other games and find the same thing. Okay. Maybe this point for me, excuse me, even just placing it in the store and it came from the asset store is a non-issue. I go to physical stores every day and see some of the exact same products in every store. Companies buy and resell. It's so different because it's digital. Just curious.
Good points, Rick
Now,
Dahl. And I got a
yes.
comment because
So-
I've seen this comment a couple of times from Selenia. Selenia, I love the thoughts of the seashells. That's just too much of a pisser.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
having the 3 seashells as part of bathroom decor would be, you know, totally funny. So I get it. I understand it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You need the poop scrapers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you're missing the reference.
The seashells?
Yeah, the 3 seashells.
Yeah.
It's from the Stallone Wesley Snipes movie.
Demolition Man.
Demolition Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You didn't use the seashells to scrape your ass. I mean, yeah.
I know, but still.
You're just being Jack. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, I'm just being Jack. Yes.
But,
I have watched Demolition Man a couple of times.
I'm going to start this off with my 2 cents on this. And Rick Dahl, absolutely, I agree with many of the points you make here. Okay.
Yes.
The whole point of doing Unity, and we'll get into this, was that the assets would be readily available. They can be imported really quickly. They could be dropped into the game and make the game easily expandable and more dynamic as we went. I was absolutely a fan of that.
Speed up the development of the
Yes.
game. And so there are all kinds of things that we do see in here, like the trees in game are speed trees.
Speed trees, which lots and lots and lots. Almost every developer uses speed trees in their games.
Yes. The grass is not unique. Most of the terrain is not unique. The buildings are Ardoris. You can actually find other games. For a little bit, Laz was playing another game that if you took a screenshot and removed the characters, you would have a very hard problem saying which game is Shroud, which one is this other Japanese game.
And that game really intrigued me, but the problem was, again, it was a Japanese game. It was never
Everything
released
was in Japanese. Yeah,
it was never released to the English-speaking U.S.-based consumers. And this game was just, I forget the name of it. I would really have to go back and look it up. But
I mean, that was 5 years ago. It seems like
the work they did with the assets they had. Again, a lot of the scenes looked purely identical to Shroud. The buildings, especially the Shogun buildings, the waters, the mountains, the trees, all looked almost virtually identical, but their characters, what their characters could do, their characters could jump, they could fly, they could they could swim. I mean, but just the movement of the characters was just so seamless, so smooth, and so beautiful. What they did with it was just totally off the chain. Yes.
And one of the things that they did whenever that, instead of rendering everything while the character's in fast action, everything else was a blur. So their LODs were on point. Whereas, as we've said for years, you have to optimize at every single path and revisit your LODs. What all is the level of detail being loaded and where? And the optimization is, why am I loading an asset from the other side of the map on someone's lot when I cannot see it, I cannot interact with it, I can't do a lot of things.
Absolutely.
Yes. But going back to this question about the reason, as I responded, the entire reason that Chris, and this is Chris as the tech director for Portalarium, chose to use the Unity engine was actually the use of the asset store and asset flipping. They can put things in the game, render things, develop the game extremely quickly. They did not have to create unique assets for every little thing. And I said the major complaint about the team is when they choose an asset and flip it without modifying it and charging an arm and a leg for it. And
like
in game,
lovely horse statue.
Yes.
And this was the first prime example of
this is by far the easiest. The absolute easiest one to see. On the Unity asset store, you have this free horse statue. And then in Shroud of the Avatar, we have the fact that we have a $20 version that was on the stretch goal store and a giant version that went for $50.
For an asset that was absolutely free.
Yes. For an asset that was absolutely free. That is where you end up with discussions about them squandering resources. And no, I don't have the Rona. This is allergies, man. No fever, no cold. I still can smell, taste, do everything else. It's just congestion, post-nasal drip, and some other things. And the other thing is $50 for an in-game asset that is just deco. Even $25, you can buy completed games for those costs.
Yeah, absolutely. AAA games for $50. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or cheap.
And here we are paying for entire assets at this cost.
Yeah, take a sip of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. I gotta open another one.
Yeah, now that was the literal, I guess, straw that broke the horse's back to begin with.
Yes. It was one of many, but as soon as they did the horse statue, it really pissed off a lot of people. And I do say the way that in which they do asset flips is disingenuous. They state they designed the assets when they were lifted off the asset store. And you can see this in some of the seasonal stuff that they've added. Where they're like, we did this. And it's like, wait a second, here it is right off the asset store.
Yeah. As Rustic Dragon says, I'm 100% against microtransactions.
You may
always have been.
You may have both streams audio playing.
Capping all in-game items to 99 cents. I don't actually agree with that. But
like assets that requires them substantial amount of time to develop, and they should absolutely do that. If the horse statue, and this really didn't start until I started talking. The horse statue, had they initially released it as an in-game craftable item, as is, perfectly 100% okay with that. And if they threw some spackle, changed the textures, like made it an extremely bright white marble or something like that, changed the textures and had that as a premium asset, I would be fine with that as well, as long as it didn't cost more than $5.
Yeah, there should definitely be a limit for certain assets.
What?
And again,
Yes.
one of the things when this game first hit the market was that the gaming news media was flabbergasted at the fact that accounts were going for $10,000 for castle
Yes.
lots, and just people would spend even $100 for lots and other add-ons, but then you look at something like Star Citizen and the amount of money they've raised selling assets for some of their stupid ships
Oh
that
yeah.
just,
Yeah.
again, um, sometimes it works. Star Citizen, over $500 million with the B dollars raised. Shroud of
Yes.
the Avatar, barely 15 million raised. Um, just, depends on how you market yourself. The problem with allowing microtransactions at all is that it
It shifts
shills
the design.
shifts the
Shifts.
design. Okay, so yeah,
Um,
from
shifts the
creating an
design of the game
immersive,
from create
compelling, and amazing world into one that's addictively and sticky.
sticking and making you want to shell out money all the time due to FOMO.
Yeah.
It's classic in shitification. Um, and within Shroud, the premise was that the add-on store is only cosmetic shit. It's not stuff that you actually need to play the game or do anything. And part of the promise initially was that every version of the assets, like the crown shop items, would have an in-game craftable version that just didn't look as pretty. So they were going to have multiple versions of things, asset store version and regular version, and you don't have to purchase anything from the asset store.
Well, that's
Before the
where
game went,
they lost me. Okay. The initial promise was for everything we put in the asset store, there will be an equally lesser variant that was
yeah,
craftable. And
yeah, that's what I said.
all of a sudden one day they
They stopped doing
decided
it.
to stop doing it. Yes. And we were getting assets in the asset store, that were for money, but nobody was making the craftable variants of them that were for free, which made things a little bit more interesting to the non-paying customer, the customer who just wanted to play the game and be able to have some of them
Yes.
amenities, as it may be. And you know, I, at this point, that's when I really started going, really, what the fuck's going on with this? You were supposed to have, okay, we release this, and then we release this to coincide with it. Release that, and we release this to coincide with it. But then it just became, oh, here we go. This is what we got this month, and no effort went into anything to make craftable variants of anything that was going into the store thereafter. And that was just another straw that broke the camel's back, as far as I'm concerned.
I wasn't paying attention. I was watching Lily.
Yeah, that's okay.
Lily's on the wall
You know what I meant.
and scratching inside the box, sitting down. I'm just hoping she doesn't. Okay, now she is laying down. Just hope she's not trying to go to the bathroom. So let's go on with this.
Timey says, by the time Star Citizen finally releases, you could have had a child, and that kid could have grown up to be voting. Actually, at this point, that child would be about 13 years old at this point.
And so when I talk about the fact that the Portnip team has disenfranchised a bunch of backers. Okay, if you go into the Crown Shop, and Laz, bring this up.
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay, just type in 201.
201.
And start looking at those items. Those were supposed to be one-time purchases only during those
2015, those 16, 17. We didn't do anything in 18 14. And 19. Yeah.
20 or 21 or 22 or 23 or 24, 25.
Grim Reaper
or even the Grim Reaper statue from 2016. Those were only supposed to be available during that year. If you go to the vault, those are also items that were either came from pledge rewards, or even though they promised they were never going to touch those, or from telethons, which was, hey, give us $5. We're going to raise a fuck ton of money for development, and these items will never come back again.
Yes. Rares market. Yeah.
So they are building those rares market for the players that are sitting there sending money every single month. As soon as they released the vault, they lost a metric crap ton of money.
Metric shit ton of money.
Yes.
Because, see, this wonderful hot air balloon vault edition is now sold for $30. Its original selling price was $100. I know this because I spent $200 buying 2 of them for my properties. Okay. And when you take an item that I invested, hundreds of dollars into, and then you devalue it like that and then make it available to everybody because I was supposed to have this nice shiny rare, you tend to piss off the people who are funding your game. Now, I've said this time and time again. Waldo with the subscribed for 86 months. Congratulations, Waldo. That's got to be probably the longest running sub streak ever. How you doing today, buddy?
Damn. Yeah. Yes. Hello there.
Yes.
And I know Waldo's going to be nudes.
Nudes, yes.
Yes.
So here in a couple minutes, we will pull an extra giveaway at the butt of the hour. But thank you, Waldo. Much appreciated.
And I will point out this. 18 months ago, during a live stream, Ravlox was asked about why the vault is still there. And he said, yeah, I'm looking to get rid of that.
From Waldo. Well, let's tell it like it really was. And I questioned them. I questioned them over the heritage items. And I said, listen, how much money have you made over the last year or so from heritage items? Anybody ever think to go and audit that? And they went, no. But they went and audited it and realized they weren't making any money because nobody was buying stuff and then repackaging it. And they were getting their percentage of repackaged stuff that was being sold secondarily. They decided to remove it. And then after that, again, after that happened, Jack and I have been asking this question about the vault, and we asked about, how about just removing the vault because you're really killing, those people who came in early. And again, as Jack just said he would look at it, but never definitely said he was going to remove it.
Oh, yeah. He implied it heavily that he was going to remove it.
Good point. That is true. But he also
Implied
implied,
heavily.
yeah, he also implied that we'd have a new map server and a new game server and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I mean,
18
we know
months
we've
ago.
been waiting
Yeah, so
weeks, months, years.
now, just as another good example, I'm going to just pull up the ins. And this one was another one that burned me big time. Okay. When these first came out, these were also $100 each. And of course, I'm wanting to be one of the first people to run ins and be able to take advantage of what an inn was supposed to be able to do in this game because land was supposed to be so
Oh yeah,
scarce. The reason why
scarce and valuable.
the reason why inns were made was so people who couldn't get land would be able to at least rent rooms from people who were willing to run an inn. So I bought
Yeah,
not one, not two, not three. I bought four of them. Again,
at $100 each.
$400 each. Uh, 2 weeks later, they were deeply discounted down to $80 each, and then a short while after that, they were even deep discounted further down to $40 a piece. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I grew up in Brooklyn. I already own that bridge. Get out of here. Is
Yeah.
So at this point, that's pretty much where I decided that first off, I'm not buying anything um, when it first comes out, and B, if it does come out, I will wait a very long period because more than likely than not, it's going to drop in price. And of course, really, there hasn't been anything that was earth shattering. The only item that really came out that I thought was earth shattering was the medic's hat with the tribute to MASH. And thanks to Andrew went and donated a bunch of Kodos to get a handful of those and gifted me a set. So again, thank you, Andrew. I haven't seen Andrew around in a while, by the way. But anyway, yeah. Tools is prosperity, same thing. Yeah, yeah. And then, of course, you want to talk about the real estate. You know how much money I spent in real estate, as you'll see from this list of properties that I own. Yeah, that initially what I spent in pledges to get my initial start, and then prices dropped, and then thankfully to people like CC who like to barter and trade, I was able to build that stockpile without spending that much money. But the price of a village lot used to be a pledge of $500. Now, if you go into the Crown store, what is a village lot? Let's see, property deeds, place anywhere lots. Village is now $40. So, I mean, you want to talk about devaluing something. The price to get a village lot was a $500 pledge back in the day just to be able to get a rare village lot. Now you can get one for $40 place anywhere. And POT, is a POT cheaper? I'm guessing it is.
Yes.
Yeah, 32.50 for a POT. I mean, talk about a far cry from what that was. But we have surpassed the butt of the hour, and
Oh,
we've got to do a couple giveaways here. So also, Waldo's 500 bits. Is that 500 or 400? That's 400. Okay, that
oh,
didn't. I thought
I
it was
wasn't paying attention to your
500.
stream.
Yeah, it says
But
400.
Selenia getting a streamer bundle from me.
Let's see who's getting mine.
And my giveaway is reopened.
Thorin Strong Arm. Thorin, congratulations. You're getting my streamer bundle here on a Frock Awesome Friday. Let's get this to Thorin. Is Thorin right here? No, just
No.
Hemnu and Stymie and Morkin. Stymie, what's going on, buddy? Lawrence Strong Arm. There we go. Come on, open. Here we go. You are a wiener. As I send that streamer bundle out, and then we're going to go ahead and pull a mystery game key to one lucky viewer. And close the giveaway. Pick our wiener. And Noob Skyblabber. Congratulations. Let's see what we've got for the noob. Get over here, mouse. Noob Skyblabber, you're going to get yourself a copy of scrolling. AER, Memories of Old. AER, Memories of Old on Steam. And let's take a look at this. And AER, Memories of Old, $15 game. Going to Noob Skyblabber. Congratulations, Noob. Hope you enjoy it. Get your weekend started off just right with a brand new shiny game in your Steam library. As I reset that giveaway and reopen it. And don't forget to type in exclamation I love free shit to get in on the next one at the top of the hour. And of course, bundle me to get in on the next streamer bundle giveaways at the top of the hour as well. All right, anyway, moving right along. Have anything else to say on this topic?
But now, since this all goes to their business logic as well as I was going to point out the observation that I'd made in Discord, which is the hardest part that they don't realize is that their own internal policies keep disenfranchising the user base and making it so customers have no faith in the team. Failure to deliver on almost everything that they have worked on. Nearly 8 years late on delivery of episode 2, with no major work on it that we have seen in almost over a year. Changing policies on whims internally, and with the default response to the community is to ban the users. Things like the asset store flipping become really easy targets and obvious ones to point out. So that is my observation. And Laz and myself can speak all day long about the Chris Spears quote that sums up everything, which is pinned in our Discord channel. So that way you too can find it and see it, that this is really a real Chris Spears quote.
Yes, we did not make that up. It's actually something he said.
Yes, and here, let me go find it so that way I can quote it verbatim. Da, 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 da.
Hey, Jack, is your Pound the Butte open?
Oh, you were typing it in the right? Yeah.
Yes, I've got a lot of people in it right now.
Okay, I wasn't getting any response.
Suck it, miners.
I don't know if that one.
Suck it, miners.
That one normally does. Where is that quote? It is a
Suck it, miners.
From a Facebook.
It should be right there in pinned messages. No,
it is. It should be. We got the.
Man, the game's laggy as hell.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've
see
got
people
disconnect options.
I
know I'm the
Michael
one that
Lawrence. No. Direction of Shroud isn't changing. My focus for 2+ years has been to make it less and less money. Focused. Not going there.
Yeah. So who pinned it? It was pinned by me, right?
Yeah, you did. Yeah. It's underneath the bonus video of the Graceful Bard. We've pinned so many things as of late. Now, I've got to go here because Rick Dahl, I just have to question this and your thoughts on this. So bear with me. He says, I am late to the party to be sure, so we'll have to forgive me a bit. I just wanted to make sure that, as you point out, there has been a lot of negative growth. They've done a lot wrong over the years, so I mainly wanted to make sure that the only things that were truly negative are highlighted, as not everything they have done is wrong, which led me to question about the criticism I see using the Unity assets. Again, no big deal on the assets, just how they've done some of them. Some of the things they have done are actually quite good. Unfortunately, some of the things they have done well are still incomplete feeling. So it leads to one to shake their head, but still, I just wanted to throw something out there. Wasn't just about the negative, because it's easy to spot the negative and easy to focus on. Well, if you would please, what do you think has been good in recent years that has incentivized growth, has made people want to play, has made people want to come and spend time and money, or anything that you can see as actually being a plus to development here in the game?
Well,
Um,
he
because
does actually mention that, and that's the dungeon building and the dungeon pieces. And that's his previous comment, which is an absolute gold mine they are sitting on is the whole player dungeon pieces. And in my opinion, the marketing around it is terrible. And I find a big issue that this is such a marketable and powerful feature, and there really isn't a good way for players to discover these dungeons. An endless amount of dynamic and marketable adventures for the player base, and players can't easily get into them. And that is the way that they have done a bunch of things related to. Well, remember, we're supposed to have an entire player quest engine.
Well, we're supposed to have an entire player faction system, a full guild war system, a full housing system. I mean, we're supposed to have a lot of things. We're supposed to have 5 episodes by now.
Yes.
We're still sitting here fixing typos and placing rocks for episode 1. I mean, I'm sorry, but there's only so many months. And again, it's getting to the point where we do this month in and month out, and we get so whelmed that, I mean, you and I just look at each other and just facepalm because, it's like reading the same exact story over and over and over and expecting the ending to change because it never does. But you already know what the end of the story is, but you keep reading it over and over, hoping that somebody's gonna, do something different, and it just never happens. Now again, player dungeons initially, I had a good feeling for them, but again, they've made it so that it becomes so far out of reach if you really want to expand on it without having to pay through the nose to get that expansion. And I know people who've spent stupid, and I mean stupid amounts of money buying expansions to their dungeons so that they can go crazy with them. I mean, I'm just gonna ask. I know Stymie's probably one of those guys. Stymie, I mean, how much have you invested in dungeon pieces and expansion to make your dungeons as big as they are, buddy? I mean, could you even give us a guess? Not including all the lava that is now, we know it's thousands of dollars worth of what do they call them?
Man hours?
No, the lava things, the lava pools.
Yeah.
I mean, we know Stymie's spent close to $3,000 plus on just lava pools that are now non-functional. But
Well, the partially functional. I mean, you
Partially.
can't buy
If you
new
work in the
ones.
dungeon,
Yeah, they work in the dungeon. And if you face certain directions on the in a POT, they may not work.
Yeah, they work in a dungeon, but he has one room specifically for one specific piece,
Yeah,
and they went and fuck with the room, so now the piece no longer fits in the room. So you screwing the pooch coming and going here with that. Yeah, Zealot, holy is right. Yeah, yeah. Your one dungeon is 800 plus points, and then just 7 sets for the cloak museum. And then all the lava fishing dungeons, thousands. Yes, thousands.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
As
Now, again, the amount of money that Jack and I have initially put into this game, you
fuck
know,
on.
yeah, I mean, I gotta say that, easily, my total investment over the years was probably somebody's yearly income, for some families. I
£6,000
mean,
for me.
yeah, closer to 25 plus 30 grand here. But not that I'm bragging. I mean, Jack, I think put even more in initially, with the amounts that he, not including, and I'm not going to go crazy with it, but the investment in Shroud Marketplace, which was a major piece of investment as well, that is now worthless thanks to the secondary marketplace being crippled by the developers. Yeah, I would say that you're absolutely spot on. At least 20 grand, stymie. But anyway, moving right along. Not really got any problems with using the assets. That's what we were intended to do. That's how the game was planned to be uh, manufactured and expanded. But how they've done so over the past and the changes they've made, like these new ultra rares and the money grabs that go along with that, to me is just total ridiculousness. I mean, and again, I don't trust the fact that they're never coming out again, because we've heard that story once, we've heard that story twice, we've heard that story a dozen times, and you can go right to the Crown store and see what happened to the last sets of rares that were supposed to be never, 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 ever again, and just can't trust it, because maybe Ravlox isn't going to be there forever. Maybe somebody else comes along after Ravlox and goes, "Hey, these are great. Let's put these in the store." Oh, well, I didn't make you that promise. That was the last guy who made that promise, because we've had that happen as well before. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my suspicion.
Yeah. So.
You have and the fact that Ravlox actually says he's the third regime, yet the ownership of the organization went from Portalarium
makes me laugh.
to the the final CEO of Portalarium, Chris Spears, who sold the game to Catnip Games, owned by Chris Spears. And Ravlox is an employee of Catnip Games, even though Chris Spears is absent.
Absentee owner.
You can't say, yes, he sold the game to himself. You cannot say that there are three wholly separate entities involved when you are working and continue to work with all three. Yes. It's the royal we. Yes.
Yeah,
The
boss has
royal we.
not challenged.
Yeah.
Well, it's only we until or it's only we when there's a fuck up. Otherwise, if there's something good, it's I.
It's I.
Yeah, it's I.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Not
forget the
many eyes,
Wii.
I suspect.
Or is it an I forget.
Ooh, yes. But yeah.
All right. Anyway, anybody got any last thoughts on this topic?
Yes.
Okay, then
Crickets.
yeah. Okay, then we're gonna jump to a wish list item from Morkin real quick before we get out of here. And I'm scratching my head because I mean I don't get it, but I sort of do, and I just gotta say no. A, no. Not feasible. B, no, I don't want it in my town. C, no, nobody else wants this either. But and that's Rare's display counter for POTs.
Oh, Morgan has a request for May. It isn't very simple to create this, but it would helps to show all players what is new and hot. It should be a display for POTs. It can't be modified. Isn't that counterproductive? The displayed items are static and can't be removed. It should not count against any POT points counter. It should be placeable on POT only, not on lots. What? If there are special offers or new items added, they will be shown there.
Yeah, basically, what he wants is a counter that every time they add something new or rare to the game, it magically shows up in this counter that people can place to showcase in their on their lot in their towns. But you know what? We have a place for that. It's called Hometown.
Yes.
You know, and he goes.
Hometown is where they put all those items
with the invisible jackalope.
Yes, but you can continue on with other commentary there. Like, hi, Morgan. Will you please elaborate or rephrase?
Yes, I can. And at least it's a mirror of the display in Hometown. For more attention of that item, so it would be nice if we have that in most POTs for more advertising. Like a merchant under a tent showing off the brand new wares of the realm to people strolling past to generate interest and to see the items in 3D instead of just a picture, could liven up a row of player merchants. Signs saying that there's really large items are visible if you travel to Hometown, and perhaps mentioning that the homes merchant can teleport you there. Now it's from Conjure.
Yeah, first off, the homes merchant can't do that. That would be new tech. Well,
Something new I just read. Hometown.
Yeah, well, again, that's up to the players, Morgan. I don't ever go to Hometown because I have no need. I can read the newsletter and see everything they put in the newsletter, and we cover that every release. Like this Monday, we're gonna sit down, or maybe Tuesday, and we'll actually show you what it is that's coming in, what they've added this release, and if you really have the urge to see them up close and personal, there's a whole area in Hometown that Laney goes and personally has to go and pull up all the old stuff every release and put down the new stuff and lay it out just for everybody to see. And if nobody's taking advantage of that, well, that's their problem. That's not Laney's problem. And again, putting a counter out in hundreds of different POTs is not going to raise awareness. People are going to look at it and go, this thing again, because I know I get tired of seeing it, going to other towns now. And again,
If
I
it's
can think
forced on
of,
the town. if it's forced on the town owners, as a town owner, if I was one, I'd be demanding it was removed.
Yeah, same here. But according to the way I'm reading this, this would be something that the owner would have the option if I'm reading what Morkin's got correct. But again, not interested. I think that there's several hundred other things that the devs need to be working on, like episodes 1 getting finished, episode 2
Episode
getting
2.
completed, episode 3 getting completed, episode 4 getting completed, and episode 5 getting completed before we get into any silly cosmetic stuff that is really just duplicating a display that, again, has to be set up
And
um,
hometown.
yeah, and again, variables are hard. Sometimes an item is this big, sometimes an item is this big. How do you know it's all going to fit in the counter? You don't. Does the counter, there's just too much to look at there to say, hey, you know what? You want to display that stuff in your town? Go buy it off the store and display it in your town. Very simple. There's your display. But Shroud of the Avatar, the missing episodes. Absolutely. So you need a big counter. Yeah, so you need something that just looks like they dropped a big old item in the middle of my town. Again, I like the gesture and thought, but no, I can't agree with something like that. And again, I can.
To me, it is not revenue generating, or not substantial generation of forward progress for the development team.
Yeah. If they can't catch your eye in the newsletter, forcing it upon people in different towns isn't going to do them any better. Again, one of my big problems, going back to this Unity asset thing real quick, is this 10,000 Kodo, 6,000 Kodo pack. What did it do? 2 different packs you got to buy when you do that now. Is
for the bonus items.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$100 and $80 in order to get the newest rares. Well, you know what? Not for nothing. Let's just take a quick look here at this last month. Just gonna go to all updates. Please patch notes. Yep. See, it's not even in all updates anymore. It's disappeared. Ultra rare update. And do you really think that a couple of these little dolls is worth $100 worth of your money, your hard-earned money?
No.
I mean, yeah, really, you know what I'm saying? Or that the jackalope itself is worth $80? No, don't think so. And again, the use of assets and the price that they're asking for them, there's a major disconnect between the two. That's basically what
it is. Rent is too damn high.
Yeah, rent is too damn high.
Yeah, and I just got
money.
Something.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you know what? I know a bunch of other people who are going to get something right now.
A couple people are going to get a streamer bundle.
No, there are no player craftable versions. How about that?
No, there are not.
Yeah.
But the Savage Furry is going to be getting a streamer bundle from me. So let's go ahead and just trade that off. Who's getting your streamer bundle there, Laz?
Morkin, come on over and grab a streamer bundle.
And you know what Morkin's getting from me? A Steam key for Monument Valley 2 Panoramic Edition. Let's see, how much is that worth? Monument Valley 2. It's at least $8.
At least $8, huh?
At least $8.
And we're gonna close.
So it's not It's not showing the
Final.
panoramic version of it. It's
Final game key winner is going to be Dark Blue Monkey.
wait.
Yay! Let's see what we've got for Dark Blue Monkey. Lacuna. A sci-fi noir adventure. Very interesting. A sci-fi noir adventure. Going out to Dark Blue Monkey. And this looks like $16. $15.99 going out to Dark Blue Monkey. So congratulations. You are winners. And of course, thank you all for joining us here each and every day. Next week is Thanksgiving as well. We'll be here for release day, but it will be a short week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday only next week. And then we will be taking a break for Thanksgiving. So make sure to mark that on your calendars. And of course, we'll be back with more on Monday with the release if it comes out on time. Because you just never know around here. Until then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
I'm Steve.
I'm him there.
And this is NBNN. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you all release day on Monday.
Bye-bye.